from the Alexandra Palace, London. This is the third round action of the Paddy Power World Dance Championship. It's all brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players from England in his World Championship debut. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Shaggy Scott Williams! Ladies and gentlemen from Germany, here's the UK Open and World Grand Prix quarterfinalist, a World Championship semi-finalist, the Wall, Martin Schindler!
It's good to be back, isn't it? We are into our first third round match of the afternoon there. Martin Schindler enjoying every moment of his walk on there, taking his time, soaking it up. Oh, what a match this is set in prospect to be. Scott Williams, 33 years old, from Boston in Lincolnshire. It was a second round stage that he fell last year, and that was losing the second round to a man we'll be seeing a little later on this afternoon, 2018 world champion Rob Cross. His second appearance here at Ali Pali, and he should be full of confidence going into this match after that impressive second round win against number 7 seed Danny Noppert. Well, Scott Williams is up against this man, Martin Schindler, and as we know, the German fans, you can hear them, they are out in force. Over 25% apparently of ticket sales have gone to German fans, and of course Gabriel Clemens coming up a little bit later on as well. But this man is first, the Wall, Martin Schindler. His fifth time here at Ali Pali. Last year, though, was his best performance, reaching this stage. Current world champion Michael Smith put an end to his run in that year, though. Can he go one better? Looking forward to this one. So, for the first time this afternoon, let's hand you over to your commentary team, Mark Webster and Dan Dawson. Good afternoon, gents.
Good afternoon, yes. Shaggy and Shindy here to shake you from your Christmas torpor. And Scott Williams in particular, making a real effort at it. Man with the most elasticated eyebrows in the sport. Man who came closest to hitting a 9-darter so far in this year's World Championship. Missed the double 18. He has the darts in this opening set in what you've already said, Webby, could be a real tight one.
I've changed my mind so many occasions on the outcome of this game. It is a tight one. I like the sort of subplot, but one of them has never been to the last 16. So someone's going to uncharted territory at the World Championship. But it'll have been Dan. We look at Williams firing his first max. So fluid, isn't he? Very similar to the Steve Beaton action. It'll be one of them down where both will be settled with who they're playing against here.
Yeah, real opportunity for the pair of them. But Scott Williams, ridiculously, after such a brilliant debut year, had not won a game in a big TV tournament since he last won here. His first match against Ryan Joyce, then lost to Rob Cross. Early exits in the UK Open and the Players' Championship finals. It has not gone according to plan this year for Scott Williams, whereas Martin Schindler continues to make steady progress.
Yeah, but for Williams, last year it seemed like just everything was spectacular.
60.
It wasn't the case, but it just seemed that way at times. In that Grand Slam when he got knocked out in the group, he won on Pro Tour when he didn't have a tour card. This year he just had to work a little bit harder. His average hasn't been as high, but he finds himself on his best run ever in the World Championships. He's got to take the rough with the smooth and just dig in deep, and he's done that.
On his way through to the treble. Does leave himself on a double, but this is a chance for Shindy to strike.
He's going to head it down. An early break here for Martin Schindler. That is close.
76.
Side relief from Scott Williams, but there's no early nerves here. The bright start in this opening leg.
Surely from there. Surely from there.
Eventually.
First leg goes to Shaggy.
To throw first.
Yeah, Scott Williams last year, you'd argue, it was the perfect position to be in, Dan, wasn't it? He didn't get a tour card, but then got money on the board early in the year, so he played on the tour because he came off the back of the Challenge Tour. He played all the Challenge Tour, he played darts away, he was constantly playing, and there's been that kind of argument that maybe that was the best practice for him, because this year has seen him still doing enough to get to the World Championship, but nowhere near the standards he was last year.
Yeah, absolutely. At the start of last year, Scott Williams was driving a forklift truck for a living in Lincolnshire. And darts was just a bit of a thing he was exploring. In the end, he was playing so much darts and earning so much money from it that he jacked the job in. Well, this year, now it's just all on the darts, and he's not playing as much. He's not been quite as successful, but it doesn't take away from his undoubted talent. And we've seen it on display in this tournament so far.
Martin, you're going 161.
You're going to have your best run in a TV event, save it for this one. £35,000 guaranteed for the winner of this match. Would be both players' biggest payday.
65. Sergio Recon 161.
Shindy leaves a two-darter. Oh, how about this? Can't get the treble 18, would have left the bullseye.
93. Martin, you require 96.
And it's a level. Is he going to go searching for that treble? He does. Brilliant dart. Brilliant finish for Martin Schindler. A couple of confident legs to start the match from both.
To throw first.
Really impressive from Schindler there. But this is impressive.
140.
Yeah, Schindler searching for that treble 20, finding it despite a section of it being blocked. There was a really good argument for going for a double-double finish there. Shindy backing himself to find the 60. Did so, found the double, level game.
58.
Winner of this to face either Berry Van Peer or Damon Heta, the Aussie #1.
40.
Now guaranteed a first-time World Championship quarter-finalist from that band of 4 players.
All of them will be feeling happy about this section of the draw. Look, Danny Noppert was the big danger, and Scott Williams took him out to nil. All of a sudden, real opportunities for all of the players involved. But don't overlook Damon Heta. He is top 10 player in the world.
Berry Van Peer either. He's kind of the name it's easy just to dismiss at these 4. He's worked really hard on his game. He's worked really hard in this tournament. Schindler, and in his first match in the 3rd leg.
43.
That's a slip.
Martin, you're going 164.
Schindler will feel he's probably got 2 visits from here to break the throw. He's going to need at least 2 visits. Incorporate the bullseye.
64.
Knocks off the 64.
144.
Another one of them. disappointed. It was a brilliant first start from Scott Williams.
90.
So Schindler
Martin,
got rid of
you require
96 in the
100.
previous leg. A 10 here will give him a break and allow him to throw for the set, and that's the perfect start. And that is a brilliant finish for Martin Schindler. He strikes the first blow in the opening set and will now throw for one set lead.
Martin to throw
Well, this
first.
is pretty efficient stuff from Martin Schindler. 3 legs played. He's been down to around 100 after 4 visits in every leg. He's taken out those finishes twice and missed the double for the other one.
41.
Already opened the door though for Scott Williams to break straight back. An opening visit of 41 for Martin Schindler. And maximum possible damage done by Williams with his second max.
$125.
Good recovery after the first dart there, but Scott Williams has stolen the darts.
45.
Doesn't recover after a wayward first dart.
Brilliant from Schindler. What an opening set here. 4 maximums already. Schindler averaging around about 103. And could possibly, and has, got a couple of visits at 155 to wrap up this opening set.
Does he go for this? I mean, there's an argument for just laying up because the treble 19 would have left double 19.
Well, if he'd got the treble 19, chuck it in a 6, isn't it? You don't want to start messing around in the opening set of the last 32 tie at the World Championship.
In which case, could have just stayed on the treble 20 and just looked to set up and got the mark of darts. Anyway, he's going to get 2 set darts here, or should do. Does do. And that is an excellent opening set from the German number 2. Martin Schindler, ton average, 60% on the doubles, wins the set against the darts and takes an early lead.
First third round match of the afternoon between Scott Williams and that one there, Martin Schindler. What an opening set though. We are seeing 4 maximums in there already. It is Germany's number 2 though that's drawn first blood, and he is 1 set up. Damon Heta, Barry Van Peer, they await the winner of this one. How will it all unfold? Let's find out then and hand you back to Mark and Dan for the rest of the match.
Yes, no sign of post-Christmas lethargy from Shindy, flying out the blocks in this opening set, taking it with that 100 average and straight in the treble 20 again. And he is, Webby, one of the leading exponents of clustering his darts together. The way he groups them, those sort of narrow barrels. If he gets 1 dart in the treble 20, he's more likely than the vast majority to follow it with more.
It's a big improvement in his game. People forget that hasn't always been plain sailing for Martin Schindler. He got a talk out, then he lost it. He got it straight back, and from there he was just being a better player. Gradually crept up the rankings, kept his talk out into the top 32, provisionally 23 in the world now. He'll be eyeing up the top 16 and continues to play like he did in that opening set. He may be there at the end of this tournament.
Yeah, the German number 2, the German number 1, Gabriel Clemens, is only 1 spot above him in the rankings, and a huge chunk of that is obviously from his run to the semi-finals here last year. If he took that away, Shindy is by far and away the top performing German on the tour. The last 2 years he's been more reliable than anybody. How about this? Well, went to the 12s, fair enough. If he'd stayed on the treble 20, he'd end up on double 6 and then maybe double 3. Things get a bit awkward. I think a sensible play from Schindler.
Yeah, and being afforded that luxury to tee up Martin Schindler. Tops. Would be for a fourth consecutive leg, and it is. Scott Williams won the opener. It's been all Martin Schindler since, as he strikes first in set 2.
Yeah, all 5 visit legs as well, between 13 and 15 darts. Keep that up, and Scott Williams is going to be in all sorts of bother.
Keep that up, whoever he plays in the next round will be in all sorts of bother as well. It's a high standard for Martin Schindler. There was a 15-dart leg in at the start with a 41, and it just shows where his head at, that he can just recover and get back on with it.
Yeah, and that chant you hear is Martin Schindler Ole from the German fans here at Ali Pali.
140.
Martin Schindler's got to do this. When you're on top, get yourself that 2-set advantage. All it takes is one sloppy leg with his dart, and Williams right back in the match, so Williams won't be panicking. And at the minute, there's no let-off from Martin.
140.
Scott Williams looking at the 19, so 5 of them leaves 160. That's why he's trying to change the angle and get in there, which he does.
Martin, you record 161.
Shindy has effectively stolen the darts in this leg, though.
Martin Schindler hadn't won a match on the Ali Pali stage until last year. He beat Martin Lukeman.
65.
You can argue it was the closest we came to seeing Michael Smith defeated. 3-1 he led in this round and lost 4-3, but I feel that was a turning point for Martin Schindler,
60.
who's consolidated his positions in the majors this year, had a run to a Grand Prix quarter-final.
Does he try and find the trouble again? He does, and he finds it again to lead double 8. And this time he doesn't pin it.
Scott record 100.
It's big for Scott Williams. Up the top surely. Just can't quite find it. And more opportunities for Martin to get another leg.
Double 8. He's sliding alongside it. And double 4 will do the job. It is 5 legs in a row for Martin Schindler. Not just that, it is 5 legs in a row where Scott Williams has not had a dart at double.
Scott Williams will be disappointed that he's letting his opponent break his darts. In 6 visits, an 18-dart breaker throw there for Martin Schindler, his worst leg of the match, but it gives him control of the second set.
140.
Number 3.
125.
10 grand game of darts, this. Big jump in the prize money. He gets bigger and bigger as the tournament goes on. But don't come bigger than that. 180 number 3 for Scott Williams.
Brilliant visit from Williams. Not giving up in this set, even though he's got a lot to do. He's got to win 3 leg 2 against the darts. 180 there, just indicate how fluent, how on point Scott Williams is. And it's all clicking into gear.
65.
I think that's the word. He even said he felt that something had clicked in his game, his throwing action or something. He was feeling great prior to the Christmas break. And when he is feeling good, he is capable of the spectacular. But this is good battling from Schindler.
First start the double since the opening leg for Scott Williams. And for Schindler to rattle through set 2 here, 44.
Double 16. 2-0 Schindler. Some signs of life from Scott Williams, but Schindler snuffing them out. It is excellent for the German number 2, and he is halfway to a spot in the last 16 for the first time in his career. Clemens, the German #1, up against Dave Chisnell, but the German #2 is doing the business here. 2-0 up on Scott Williams, averaging over a ton, hitting more than half his darts at double. Started very well for the Germans so far.
99.
Yeah, 4 in total in the third round. Pietreczko is in action later on this evening. And also, Florian Hempel takes on Stephen Bunting, so there'll be plenty for this German contingent in the crowd to cheer over the next coming days.
Well, with Pietreczko up against Luke Humphries, Hempel got a very, very tough tie himself. And then Gabriel Clemens up against Dave Chisnell.
45.
You have to say Martin Schindler is the biggest German hope of a run into the last 16 and beyond in this year's World Championship. But as we saw last year, Gabriel Clemens went all the way to the semi-finals. First time that's ever happened.
A little bit of breathing space for Williams for first time in a leg. And plenty of it now. Well, it was paramount he held throw in the opening leg of this third set. He really should do from here. Chasing treble 18 and really didn't need to.
First of 4 sets in this last 32, so extended format. It does change the dynamic. You can lose the first 2 sets and it's not quite panic stations. It's still not good, but compared to the first couple of rounds, it is a very, very different feeling.
And you go 3 sets down into tall order. It can happen. We saw Ryan Searle blow a 3-set lead here last year. Against Jose de Souza. You're giving yourself a lot to do, and shake of the head from Williams, but he's okay in this leg. Yeah, good dart. Really taking his time, trying to focus. He knows it's important. Misses outside, that's fine. He'll be back. Gone inside, you start chasing up to double 5, and who knows then.
Just wonder whether he's contemplating going treble 16 for double 16. Well, he's going to get more darts for the leg, but Martin Schindler has catapulted himself back into contention. For all of about 5 seconds, Scott Williams takes the opening leg.
Worst leg of the match, but it stopped the rot for Scott Williams. He'd lost the last 6 legs, so it could be an important catalyst to get him back in this match.
140.
Well, we saw him have spells against Haruki Muramatsu in his opening game. Some
60.
really impressive spells against the world #7 Danny Noppert. If he can just put a little run together here, he can start causing Martin Schindler problems, because so far Shindy has had very little to worry about. Leg after leg, he's just been leaving himself finishes after 4 visits and often taking him out.
101.
The quality that Scott Williams has got, that you assume there's a spell that will come in this game for him, and it's how Schindler deals with it, and it's how positive the outcome comes from that spell for Scott Williams.
84.
Threatening a break of throw here in set 3.
Not enough for Shindy.
152.
Williams bossing this set at the moment. Another in there. Leaves double 16 for a 1-5-2. As if it were nothing. Just what he does.
Well, in the blink of an eye, Scott Williams is throwing for the 3rd set. Brilliant 1-5-2 finish. Acknowledges the crowd as well. This is good from Williams. Was a bit flat in the previous. As good as Schindler's been, he was a bit flat in that previous set. This is a lot better.
60.
And take encouragement as well that Schindler's levels dropped off slightly.
99.
Paddy crowd deciding to get behind Scott Williams now. They want to see a contest. I think they might be getting one.
Definitely dropped off a bit here, Dan, hasn't he, Martin Schindler? His averages in the opening 2 sets were over a ton. He's currently averaging below 80 in this set.
Kind of a little off period. A set where your opponent's got the darts is the time. He will know that the next set, where he has the throw, win that. Even if he loses this one, he's 3-1 up, although he's been in that position before. Here we go, Schindler. Here we go. Maybe he hasn't given up on this set. 162 a bogey number, so Williams is going to get to a finish. How about this? This could get really tasty.
Back to back, brilliant from Williams, and he's going to get a look for the set. Schindler's done that well in the match. When his darts landed below, he's seen on a couple of 96 combinations, but he's found a way through. This for the set.
Oh, is it double-double? It was. And he couldn't take it out. It was flashy. It was unsuccessful. Martin Schindler to break back. Double top. Two chances to really throw this set into doubt. It might be drifting away now.
Williams still has to lose a dart, but this to blast through the 3rd set. Good reaction, good response from Scott Williams. And he halves the deficit, and for the first time in the match, Martin Schindler has something to ponder.
And the crowd find their voice again.
59.
Big set this. Martin Schindler holds his throw. That's all he needs to do, and he leads 3-1 in a race to 4. If he doesn't, we've got a level match.
It was paramount that Scott Williams won that set. You go 3-0 down, you give yourself a lot to do. Just the manner in which he won it down, just to get through it with no drama. And he's picked the pace up here. And he's raised his game here. Scott Williams, we said a spell would come, and it looks like it's coming here.
The 5th maximum for Scott Williams. Shindy's not going to find his 5th. And he's just had a few. If he is missing that 20 segment, it's tending to go left into the 5s.
$100.
Williams leaves 130. Shindy wants another max here to leave double 16.
Schindler's tailed off.
130.
But let's not do a disservice to how well Scott Williams has played from set 3 onwards. The guy can't get the treble for the ball. We're quietly confident he's coming back. But that last start is still going to make it a little bit hard work. Even the 25 does him a favour.
At the very least, Scott Williams should be getting a dart at the ball to break the Schindler throw. And after losing 6 on the spin, this would be 4 legs on the spin for Scott Williams.
87.
Should be minimum dart at the ball. 20 for tops. 20 for bull, I should say.
62.
Not far off.
109.
A good effort.
He's been very good at getting darts for these sorts of finishes. Well, he can still rescue it. It's going to have to be treble 18. It's a slip from Shindy, and things aren't quite going to plan now they were in the first couple of sets.
It's been poor for the last 4 legs, Martin Schindler. Williams has to take advantage. He hasn't in this opening leg. He's let Martin off the hook. We've got a holder throw. It's not a great lead, this, for Martin Schindler. Off 109.
Oh, it looks a good guide for the double. Is it of any use? doesn't make use of it.
Schindler requires 16.
And unravelling a little bit for Schindler. 2-0 up, he was cruising. Williams pegs him back. Now the crowd are getting involved. And Williams hits. Huge roar from Scott Williams, and the match is effectively back on throw. That's a break early in the fourth set. Needs to get himself back in check here, Martin Schindler.
Second leg, Scott to throw first.
Fired up Scott Williams. He's getting right back into this match.
140.
Better from Schindler. Dan, you mentioned after the first couple of sets, is one of the best for following that first art and clustering together. Martin Schindler, when it's on point.
100.
That's kind of gone from his game the last set and a bit. Needs to regroup.
There's the dart he wants. Textbook. Textbook from Shindy. Fifth match for the German number 2.
Excellent from Martin.
55.
Gone off the boil to find 6 darts and leave 181. German contingent are trying to get behind Martin here. Rally him again.
Really have done with the trouble there, Scott Williams. Would have made things a lot easier if he's allowed back to the board. Martin Schindler just allowing whatever insect that was to clear off out of the way. I think George Noble is going to give it a bit of encouragement. Well, he didn't catch it in chopsticks, but it's still pretty impressive.
Here's the treble 18. He went on the hunt for this in the previous leg after hitting a 5 on the 109. Can't get it there. Williams already had a 1-5-2 in the match. He could follow the 1-4-6. Scott Williams, brilliant on the double 16 again. Well, Schindler won 6 successive legs. Scott Williams has now 5 back with 5 of his own.
He was in all sorts of trouble in that leg, Scott Williams. He rescues himself with a brilliant 1-4-6 finish. Another max. The wall standing firm-ish.
78.
Williams, regardless, knows he'll throw if needed for the set.
Oh, but if Shindy's getting his eye in, there could be a grandstand finish to this set. 6 perfect darts in a row from Martin Schindler. 180, 171 leaves double 8. For a superb lap.
127. Martin, you've got 16.
First leg for a while, this for Martin Schindler. Doesn't want to start chasing double 2. Have a little glance here now, Martin.
No score.
Done the right thing.
Well, perhaps an indication that he is still thinking clearly, despite the legs racking up against him.
98.
Scott Williams, bogey number 162, so all he does is get down to a finish. And it does not matter. 13 darter for Martin Schindler. Now, was that glance at the crowd? Was it at Scott Williams?
He's feisty, Martin Schindler. He's up for a battle. Worry about that. That's okay without getting too over the top. You don't want to. We've seen some players make big mistakes. His fellow countryman Ricardo Pietreczko at the Grand Slam.
Oh, this is good. It's really good, and Shindy is making life incredibly difficult for Scott Williams here. 3 180s and a 171 in the last 2.5 legs for the German.
60.
And there's the opening for Martin in this leg. Firing himself up, Schindler.
41.
That's sloppy though. There's nerves here, and why wouldn't there be? It's a huge game.
And a huge moment in it. And it's a decent setup. Scott Williams leaves himself on a finish that should get him at least 1 dart at a double.
Another treble. Asked a serious question. What a visit.
45.
But this is for the set.
Huge
Huge passage of play incoming. It's only going to be 1 for Williams. Well, it's not even 1. That's a clanger from Scott Williams.
He missed the big number. It costs him a dart for the set. Schindler double 18 to break and have the darts for a 3-1 lead. He punishes, and Scott Williams, who should have had a chance to wrap up this set and be level, now must break or be 3-1 down in a race to 4.
Huge leg incoming. And it's advantage Martin Schindler. He's had to work his socks off in this set.
100.
If he can get over the line, you said, Dan, he wouldn't have been worried in the previous set because it was against the darts. He'd have been concerned at 2-0 down here, because not just he was 2-0 down, he was kind of dipping in and out of form. But he's finding a way, Martin. He could be going 1 set away from the last 16.
57.
Just the 57.
$93.
It's a lead for Williams, but it's not a decisive one.
Williams, he's been perked up hearing that visit called. Finds 1 treble. Slender advantage Scott Williams in this deciding leg.
Another one into the 5 segment. It's been a real problem for Schindler. Despite all the big scores in the last few legs, he has surrendered the advantage.
He's tightened up here, Schindler. And Williams with a quick release follows. And he's going to get another opportunity to win this set. And he should. Missed the big number on the 74 combination. What a wobble this is for Martin Schindler. He's gifted this to Scott Williams. We should be level in a few moments' time.
Double 8. Scott Williams wants noise in the hall. He's a showman. And he is level in this game. Scott Williams, from 2-0 down, has made it 2 apiece, and we have a real battle on our hands.
But it is 2 former semi-finalists that will be locking horns in just a short while. Right, let's get back to Mark and Dan to see how this one unfolds.
Well, we might have some while to wait before the German #1 takes the stage, because there is very little between them. 2 all in sets. If you look at the leg play, it's only 8-7 in Schindler's favour. If he can produce stuff in the first couple of sets, stuff like that, then Martin Schindler could take control of this game again. But right now, Scott Williams is in the enviable position of having the darts.
121.
Well, you mentioned the German #1 could still be waiting a while to get on the stage. At one point, we thought he was going to be up here in double quick time when Schindler led 2 sets to 0, averaging almost 11 points more. Got to tip your hat to Scott Williams. He's fired himself up. He's enjoying the occasion. And a couple of big finishes in there as well.
78.
He deserves to be level.
Does it feel to you, Mark, like Scott Williams has kind of played a similar sort of game from start to finish? Martin Schindler was brilliant for 2 sets, dropped off massively, and Williams, his sort of low to mid-90s average, has been good enough to win the next 2 sets.
Williams is playing around about his tournament average, and it's found him his way back into the match. The key leg was that last one because Martin really wobbled, didn't he? I think it was 3 darts in the 5 segment. He sprayed him around, and he gifted that set to Scott Williams.
He could hit back here because he's going to set up brilliantly. Treble 10. Oh, what a set-up shot that is. 150 to leave double 16.
105.
Williams could slam the door shut. Each their own. I'm not a fan of that way.
Martin, you require 37.
Well, it did work. Didn't even get close. That's close. That's right where it needs to be. And Martin Schindler breaks to get his nose in front.
Martin to throw first.
Scott Williams provisionally just inside the top 40 in the world. He's gone up 19 spots, shuffling around since the beginning of this World Championship. He'll be looking towards the top 32. To do that, Dan, he's probably going to have to start qualifying for the other TV majors, which we expected Scott Williams to do this year.
57.
Absolutely. Did so well without a tour card. He got into the top 64 anyway.
Didn't have to go to Coup School.
140.
Something that Martin Schindler had to do. This is his 5th appearance at Ali Pali. There's a couple of years he did not qualify. He came back a
60.
completely different player. The last couple of years for Martin Schindler have been unhindered progress up the world rankings. First major quarterfinals this year at the UK Open and the World Grand Prix.
He's very much in that mould of Dirk van Dijvenbode. Dirk's obviously progressed further than Martin, but these two players lost their tour cards, just made themselves better players by taking a couple of steps backwards.
Well, we said on the show when Barney played that Barney and Schindler got on the tour at the same time, and their comebacks. And Schindler's done more than Raymond has, the 5-time world champion. He's ranked higher than him. Oh, a sensible play, though. He could have gone for the 180 to leave himself 3 darts at a double, but if he didn't get the treble, he might have had to use 2 darts to get to a double. He's used the bullseye there, just so sensible.
He's kept his head on a couple of occasions. There was a temptation to chase down double 2 earlier on in the match, and that backs up your point, Dan. By leaving the single to double, he grabs himself a 2-leg lead and just trying to reassert himself in the tie, Martin Schindler.
77.
The tide is turning in this game once again. It's turning in favour of the little man from Strasbourg in Germany. And he hammer home this advantage. This game has been all about spells. It was all Shindy for 2 sets. He dropped off massively, allowed Scott Williams to start dominating.
100.
Reminder, winner will face Damon Hector or Barry Van Peer.
40.
One of these 4 players is going to the quarter-finals. That guarantees you £50,000. That guarantees you playing in the new year as well.
140.
Someone like Martin Schindler moving into the top 24 in the world. Spot the Masters, another tournament that he'll be looking to be part of. Rewards are there.
100.
Williams looking to prolong this set. Martin Schindler wins the quarterfinals to Grand Prix at the match for the European champs. He missed the Grand Slam, beaten in the final qualifying round, and that was for Stephen Bunting, averaged 111.
A lovely dart, leaves double 18.
48.
Unable to take it out. This would be some way to seal a set, wouldn't it?
Big ask. Such a big ask now. Certainly not now. What a shot this would be. Oh, to rattle through the 5th set. Everything has gone against him in the previous biggest 2 sets, but Martin Schindler finds the biggest finish of the match to go 1 set away from the match and a place in the last 16.
Big time darts from the diminutive Shindy. 60, 51 bullseye, 161. He knows how good that was. A message has been sent to Scott Williams. He is back on top in this game, Schindler. He has the darts and he's looking to close this one out. Has Williams got any more in him?
60.
Well, Williams won't go away. He'll keep chipping away. How good he was in that set, Martin Schindler. Scott Williams has rallied from 2 sets down to level up 2 apiece. Yes, he'll be concerned that he's so close to being eliminated. He knows he's done it previously. Had some big wins to get here as well.
140.
Good response. Williams going for the 18 segment, dragging that into the 4s. He's still in a very, very good position in this leg against the Schindler darts, or he was. Oh, yes. Oh, it's another one for Shindy. It's number 9 for Martin Schindler.
Here comes the setup.
100.
Disappointed with only a 10, but Scott Williams may get a look here.
Treble 14 or ball. It's the right route. It's a bigger target than the bullseye. He couldn't take it out. Scott Williams to break and lead in this set. He needs to find a break from somewhere. Double top.
36.
Great effort. He's not far away there, Scott Williams. But is this match slipping away from him? Schindler to lead in a set that he knows if he wins, he's going to the last 16.
Second leg, Scott to throw first.
16 darter enough for Schindler to hold his throw.
57.
They're decent numbers from Schindler. He was very impressive in dealing with Jermaine Wattimena in his opening game. High 90s average, good on the doubles. What he's added in this is the 180 hitting, which we know he can do in abundance.
96.
Scott Williams needs to hold throw here. Don't let just Schindler walk to the finishing line. If he stays in touch with him, we saw a little wobble from Martin in that deciding leg
49
of set 4. $140.
If there's one thing that's letting down in this game, it's been that dart into the 5 segment, Martin Schindler. It's happened too often, and it's happened at some crucial times.
140.
Good visit from Scott. Good leg from Scott. Trying to avoid some unnecessary drama in this leg. Knows he needs to find a break if he's going to send this to a decider. At the same time, you've got to take care of things on your own throw. And Williams is doing that here. Brilliant finisher. Not sure what he's aiming for, a 16 or 8. Doesn't matter. Williams levels up.
Schindler has held once. He needs to do it twice more. Knows if he does it twice more in this set, he wins.
93.
Here he goes. Brilliant from Scott Williams. We said he wouldn't go away. Finds a max against the throw as well.
That'll do. 180 ton against the darts. Shindy must be feeling the pressure. I mean, it's a great visit. It's not quite enough to get to a finish.
That's a first dart from Williams. He's going to just stay there, isn't he?
140.
Why wouldn't you? 2-darter to lead in the 6th set against the throw.
That hurts. That hurts the German. Only gets him down to 135. Will he even get a look at it? What's in the 3? Gets the treble 18, double 12. Lovely stuff. 12-darter Scott Williams to break.
Scott Williams is really good at that. He didn't let that first dart derail him. He just went the way that he wanted to go. Didn't pause, didn't step back. And he's trying to fire up this crowd. He needs to concentrate here though, Scott. He's done the hard work getting the break. Has to back it up here and send this match all the way.
Well, the beauty of set play. Scott Williams holds throw. We're going to a deciding set. If he does not, Schindler throws for the match and a 4-2 win.
83.
It's 10 maximums for Martin Schindler.
Look at this.
140.
Great effort from Williams. He's enjoying himself, even in this pressure cauldron of a last 32 tie in the World Championship.
4 perfect darts from Martin Schindler, and 5 out of 6 is excellent.
Couldn't follow up. Advantage Schindler. Set-up play needs to be good. Go to 25 with the second dart. Brilliant from Martin Schindler. What a leg. And all Williams can do is try and hit a 140 and try and pressure the 36. But Schindler pins the 36. Throws for the match. Williams asks the question.
For a 10-darter. Martin Schindler, millimetres from the leg. And Scott Williams takes us all the way to a deciding set. What a contest.
7th and final set.
What a brilliant leg. Martin Schindler leaves 36 after 9, and he couldn't have got closer. And Williams has fought back again.
60.
Scott Williams is kind of on his kind, one of those flair players, Dan. You sometimes question their ability to fight in matches. He's proved that here, Scott Williams.
We've had 6 sets in this match. 4 of them have been pretty one-sided. The losing player has been kind of steamrolled. But the 2 that have been close, Williams has won them both. That one was only 1-3-1, but he had to survive darts to take it to a deciding leg.
Martin Schindler has responded well to setbacks in this match so far, and he's on the hunt to do it again here. What a game.
92.
Scott Williams led in this match when he won the opening leg.
57.
He was immediately pegged back. He has not had his nose in front. He's not been a leg in front at any stage of this match since then. And Martin Schindler's got a couple of visits to make sure that that continues, at least for now.
Oh, Schindler may have just gone up straight away. sensible again. He's done that a lot. He just tries to leave minimum work on the two darter, whether it be single to double.
Down for the 19s.
99.
Leaves
Martin,
130.
you require 60.
That is very makeable if Schindler cannot take this. Been good at getting past those darts in this game. But he's unable to find double top.
130.
These are the shots the players back themselves to get the minimum dart of the ball. It might be double five. Doesn't matter. Bullseye. Chance for Williams to lead since the first leg of the match. He took the opener. Since then, he's been chasing throughout.
To break. It's there. And for all the swagger and all the strutting and all the engaging with the crowd from Scott Williams, Martin Schindler is just trying to keep cool and do the job.
Second leg, Martin to throw first.
Just trying to stay focused, Martin Schindler. He knows that throughout the year he has the advantage at times. On a lot of occasions of playing in front of a home crowd. It's part of the sport. And he's mature enough to know that you've just got to let your darts do the talking, and he's done that so far in this match.
Oh, he had to deal with playing Michael Smith here last year, and the crowd were against him then, and he very nearly pulled off what would have been a huge shot. And now the German fans find their voice. Really has gone in waves, this game.
Been brilliant. Two players who like to get on with it. Martin celebrating being focused. Scott Williams geeing up the crowd. It's had a bit of everything. Some big finishes. 1-5-2, 1-4-6 for Williams, a 1-6-1 to win a set
60
from Martin Schindler.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Scott Williams.
38.
Down to a finish. Schindler should get to a better one from here, though.
Shot record 164.
The execution wasn't there, but I know why he's going to the 25. Would have left 96. Williams, 79 scored.
74.
It's fresh start, the start bit, Williams.
102.
Williams to level. Oh, what a first start. He'll fancy double 15 and wide, wouldn't he? What a tidy. After a bit of a wayward last start in the previous visit, we're level again.
Martin Schindler missed the dart at double 16 to go within a leg of victory. Williams has now broken back. You've got to win by 2 clear legs in deciding sets. We could have a fair old way to go in this one.
There's been the visit where Martin missed starts at doubles. I don't see any of these wilting down, do you?
Absolutely not. And every time it looks like Scott Williams might be getting the upper hand in the game, Martin Schindler finds this scoring power.
57.
And to be honest, he has obliterated Scott Williams in some of the scoring. Now, he's at a dozen 180s, Martin Schindler. And how many times has he been pegged back or suffered a disappointment and then fired in a maximum?
96.
He's living up to his nickname, The Wall, isn't he? Martin Schindler. Williams just gives it a stare.
40.
Can't quite find a treble. Advantage Schindler again here.
Well, this match continues to seesaw, and it's the German who's getting the better of it right now.
Mitchell to lead. Mitchell. Williams to lead 90 again. Got the wrong Scott.
And Schindler get the right shot. It'll be the 20 segment. That leaves double 5.
Seventy-four.
He's had chances to win this match in this set.
Scott Williams. Oh, same drill. Leaving it to the third dart on this occasion, but he's hitting with the third dart. And Scott Williams led by 1-0 in set one. Ever since then, he's been chasing. He now leads again, and he's one leg away from the last 16.
One more leg. That's all he needs. Can Schindler keep on coming? He really can.
60.
Schindler's, he knows that the doubles are just eluded him. The scoring's been there throughout. Let him down slightly at the back end of this match. He should have taken it with a signing leg in the previous
91.
set. Missed opportunities there, and he's missed opportunities in this decider. You can't fault this gentleman. He just will not go away. He will not give Martin Schindler an easy ride into the last 16.
Look at the strut. And look at the response. This is brilliant.
Look what Schindler's left, Dan.
100. Martin, you require 90.
You see now to take it out. That's the one. It's just a gimme.
With a leg score standing at 2 legs all in the final set. The set was where we won by 2.
We are going into a tie-break situation.
5-5. The 11th leg will be sudden death.
George Noble explaining the rules. You've got to win by 2 clear legs. The way this game has gone, you wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way to a sudden death leg.
And the winner will take out 90.
57.
Been an incredible match, and it deserves to be at this stage.
100.
Well, they were singing for Williams, they were singing for Schindler, then back and forth, and now all the fans are just singing for darts. What a game!
There's a window again for Schindler here.
100.
He'd have expected more after that first start.
That's the lot. We've had 22 180s in this game. 9 for Williams, 13 for Schindler. Somebody is going to lose this match.
It's going to be a tough one to take. Saw an incredible tie littered with 180s last year in this round between Ross Smith and Dirk van Dijvenbode. That went all the way to the decider.
Important dart. Gets to a 1 treble combo. Williams may only get 1 dart at double here. It will only be 1. And it's double 16. And he cannot take it.
Martin, you require 104.
Which way is Martin going to go? Generally, the players go the 16 route now. 54. It's 1 dart at double 16. He's had that at double in every single leg in this set. Martin Schindler, he misses again. This could be done and dusted.
Shot to require 16.
Scott Williams. Double 8 to lead again. He does lead again. Beautiful adjustment. 3-2 Williams. Schindler left to rue another missed opportunity.
Martin Schindler knows he's going to have to constantly chase. For the second time, he's throwing to stay in the tournament.
59.
Scott Williams knows he's got a bit of a free hit here. He can make mistakes and still be in the World Championship. Martin Schindler can't.
And that might be a mistake.
91.
Schindler going to grab another one.
98.
There's just signs he was tightening up before he found that treble 19. And Williams senses that the finishing line is on the horizon, but that now means he can't leave a finish off the back of this.
'94.
2 trebles to get to a finish. He's not going to get them. Scott Williams.
60.
The winning line is just tantalisingly on the horizon, and it's getting closer and closer still. It's right there for him.
Well, Martin Schindler has had chance upon chance in this leg, but he's wilted here. He did this in the deciding leg of the previous. He's done it here. And Scott Williams has battled throughout this match and has a dream opportunity.
And Scott Williams wins it. He trailed for so long and has found a way to turn it around. Shindy had his chances, he couldn't take them, and in the end the towel was thrown in because Scott Williams found a way to get it done. In a deciding set tiebreak, Shaggy has torn down the wall and booked his place in the last 16 of the World Championship for the first time in his career. What a performance, what a contest, and what a horrible one for Schindler to take.
Huge victory for Scott Williams. Made his debut here last year, and made a decent account of himself. He's not been at his fluent best, but he's just been battling through. He beat Haruki in round 1, he beat Danny Nopper, but there we see confirmation of that. 4-3 in a deciding set. We went into a tie-break legs where he'll face the winner of Damon Heta and Berry Vampire, but Scott Williams for the first time is in the last 16 of a World Championship.
There's the celebration, the darts cast aside, Martin Schindler cast aside, and crestfallen the German number 2. But Scott Williams can look forward to a shootout for a quarter-final spot at the World Championship, and he's talking to Abby Davies on stage.
Wow, Scott Williams through to the last 16 of the World Championship for the first time. Sum up how much this means to you. That was an utterly ridiculous contest.
Abby, that was unbelievable. Like, the game itself, for a neutral, was unbelievable. But the crowd, I've never had the crowd on my side like that. I know we won 2 World Worlds and 1 World Cup, but that was the German fans in here is huge. All I can hear was these guys. Oh, what a game! I'm so happy to get to the other side as the winner as well. But Martin put up that fight, and I was not expecting it to go all the way into a sudden death as well. I'm knackered. I'm absolutely knackered.
The 152, the 146 were absolutely huge, but the back-to-back 90s, they were absolutely massive.
Yeah, and then he hit one at the same time, so 3 in a row. But he had the 161 when I sat on top or 32 or whatever it was. But that was huge as well for him, because I'd have come back, if he'd have missed that, I'd have come back with 3 in my hand, and that could have been done a little bit quicker. But hats off to Martin. Hats off to the German guys that are here supporting. We absolutely and oh, that was close. That was close, wasn't it? I can't afford another one of them. And the guys here supporting me, super Scott Williams. I've never heard that before. I'll take it though. I'll have that for the next one. Thank you.
And we've not seen a great deal of you on TV in 2023. How nice was it to remind everyone just how much of a showman you are?
Yeah, I was behaving myself though, didn't I? I just did stuff that I was meant to do. I didn't do anything silly. The right things at the right time, like you're meant to do when you're on the stage. But it's so difficult on the stage. It's warm in here. There's a few thousand people in here shouting your name. You know, you're getting booed by German guys and Dutch guys and Swiss guys, whoever's here. But you got to put that aside. I'm into the last 16, baby.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott, for treating us to an absolute thriller.
Anytime.